Welcome back to Insider Weekly. Guys, we talked about the football game in the past, the win over Robert Morris, a big one at the Alaris Center. Now the football team hits the road. Volleyball had some big wins here at the Betty against Tulane in South Dakota. They hit the road as well. Let's start with the volleyball this time. They go down, and a lot of tough competition for Coach Mark Crier's team this weekend.
Yeah, you look at it from a standpoint, they're staying in the region basically, so that's kind of good travel for a team that's already been out to Washington, D.C., had to swing through Des Moines, then of course had the home tournament where they had 4 matches and everybody else had 3. So at least it's travel that's within the area. But as far as the competition is concerned, I mean, you get a good flavor of Midwestern, except for one team, Florida International, I think is in that tournament down in Brookings. But South Dakota State, Iowa, a Big Ten school there, should make for some very interesting matchups, basically. And we'll know a lot about this team going into the Big Sky campaign once we get through this week.
That's something the coaches got to like about playing tournaments like these early in the year. You can find out a lot about your team, and they have some young players playing big roles, and maybe it can help them grow a little bit. And
Coach Pryor has said that we're all building up. Doesn't make a difference. I'm sure he would have used different verbiage, but it doesn't make a difference until you get to the conference tournament, and everything is leading to that and trying to get better up until that. Football back on the road. Missouri State, Missouri Valley Conference team, and team that lost to Oklahoma State, FBS school last weekend. What can we expect from them? Obviously, Bubba knows quite a bit about them.
Yeah, I think a team that stays within 40-23 with Oklahoma State, that's obviously a challenging opponent for an FCS school. UND is going to have to be a lot better than they were against Robert Morris to beat Missouri State, especially offensively. They need to just cut down on penalties, on miscues, and they need Joe Moberg to be better throwing the football. So.
Missouri State, I think, is being led by a quarterback that transferred out of Mizzou.
Yeah.
And I know that they expect big things out of this young guy. So North Dakota defensively had a pretty solid performance. They're probably going to have to be at a different level defensively against this Missouri State team on the road to give themselves a chance to win. I think Missouri State is actually, I have them pegged in their conference to finish fairly high up in the Missouri Valley this year. I think they're a pretty good quality opponent, and this is a big one for North Dakota as far as challenges at this level, like FCS schools. So.
2 weeks in a row now, I think UND's kind of played opponents' passing games that like to just do quick hitters to the side and based on yards after catch. It'll be interesting to see. I think Missouri State really can stretch the field, and UND a little banged up in the secondary, especially at safety. That's going to be a matchup to watch. Those wide receivers against some inexperienced D-backs.
Yeah, UND definitely has to hang on the ball longer to keep them off the field, I would guess.
Possession.
That's where Adam Shagabe comes into play. I think he's the kind of guy that can grind out some yards and churn out the clock a little bit. And I'm really curious to see how that goes, because they are looking for a running back, I think, that can make some big plays in the running game.
Brad's now Warroad's favorite son.
Brad just likes him because the kid played hockey.
Yeah, he's a hockey guy.
He's looking for free fishing. How much do you think it'll help North Dakota that Bubby Schweiger, again, is familiar, having coached against him several times?
Eric Schmidt, too.
Right, the familiarity.
It's got to help. I mean, some of these games you go into not knowing a single thing about them, and I think they'll feel a lot more comfortable playing against them. And it'll be interesting to hear what Missouri State's perspective is. Maybe they like the fact that it's coached by someone they've coached against, and not, coaching in the dark against someone they haven't seen before.
All right, thanks, guys.